hump day for all those who are having hump day. It is recycling day for myself, okay? I don't know who else, but make sure there's recycling, rinse out those containers or whatever. All right, so real quick. Somebody's trying to control something they no longer have access to. Um, Short of breaking the law, I think you need to just let it go. If you don't have access to it, it's a reason, okay? So, yeah, let that go. If you don't have access to it, stop trying to go back there. And that goes for a relationship as well as a business. Bad business deals. Don't sign that contract if you don't have to. If somebody's rushing you to sign the contract, there's something you don't know about it. There's a deal within a deal within a deal. Something like that is going on. Conflict of interest. Be mindful of the conflict of interest. Make sure that you know your policies, your company's policies, and make sure you know the refund policy, but make sure you know your company's policies as far as that is concerned. Okay. For right now, that's what I got. So, Psalms 134. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless the Lord that made heaven and earth. Bless thee out of Zion. Always be thankful, be grateful, even if you're not quite where you need to be at. It's good to have a air of thankfulness. A lot of times we'd like to think that we are grateful because we're not complaining, but grateful also looks like making sure that you are ready for the next step or just being satisfied with what you have. A lot of times we start neglecting the things because we're bored with them or we no longer see the value in it. But wouldn't that be crazy if people started treating us the exact same way that they treat inanimate objects? Imagine somebody seeing all the value in you in the beginning and then starting to treat you quite like trash. Sounds a lot like Christmas with the kids. So, with that note being said, you have to pay attention as we grow into adults. There are some adults that still want to handle things as kids. They want to put things down because they're bored with them. They no longer want to invest in them, and that is okay. But you have to understand that someone else might see value in that thing, so let it go. Why would you hold on to something that you no longer see value in? And that looks like a lot of your friendships and your relationships. When you no longer see value in the friendships and the relationships, you're no longer a kid. You no longer have a toy box. And these are people. So you can't just put people in your toy box and think that you're going to sit them to the side and they're going to be there when you're ready to play again. These are people. So be mindful of those things. When you start to devalue a person, it's that person has every right to leave you alone. That person has every right to go be valued somewhere else because you're not valuing them. So if you feel as though a person no longer has value to you, that person is valuable elsewhere and you have no right to control that person. Hope that helps someone. Okay, so good morning, good morning, good morning. I really barely had a chance because I actually woke up in a cleaning frenzy this morning. From the kitchen to the laundry to the bathroom, everything has been done this morning, so I kind of sound on late. Plus, I was thinking about what I wanted to do today and which way I wanted to get things done. Yesterday was pretty nasty, so I kind of like ixnayed everything and got some rest. I got some rest. Good morning, everybody. Happy, 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 happy birthday. Happy hump day to all who are enjoying hump day. I know you hear Alex in the background. He's definitely doing his thing back there. Uh, I love this. Never do apologize. We always hurt light through the night. I wanna show, but I'm too shy. I hide my face, creates an alibi. Sabotage, you built an entourage, the information part. I see through the facade. One day you came into my life. You had me going, you really had me going. You trained your dreams to dim my life. You had me going, you really had me going. I was so weak in love with all of it. I didn't don a glove, but then you threw a fit. I wasn't ready for a fight. You took off first, I took a flight. You never do apologize. We always hurt light through the night. I wanna show, but I'm too shy. I on my face creates an alibi. I haven't had any tea or coffee, so I chose the lower note this morning. And I'm actually able to go a little lower. Um, that was one of my definite prides when I was singing in the choir. I used to be able to go from soprano to alto to delt. Yeah, I actually can drop. And it's crazy because my speaking voice is very light, but when I sing, it's like I grab, like my voice grabs onto my soul or something deep down in there. And I'm able to pull it out through song. And I love that. I love that. Like the right lyrics, the right emotion, and whew, my voice does perform. Good morning, good morning. Now here I go again, see your crystal vision. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right if you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, a heartbeat that drives you mad, and the stillness of the memories of what you had and what you love. Ooh, and what you had and what you love. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Oh, players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. You will know. I love Fleet Macwood. Love it. So, good morning, loves and lovers. How are you today? Happy birthday to those enjoying a birthday. Happy Lover's Day to those who have enjoyed a nice romp with their partner. Happy breakup day to those who are sick of his or her shit. And you know what? You need your space and they need to get it together with someone else. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kiss those kids, lest they be angry, and be mindful of yourself. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you are seeing me on your mornings, I am your functioning coffee mushroom, your blunt, your shot of tequila. How are you? Sometimes you got to take a shot in the dark and then see what it hit. How are you? Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Forward moving. Forward moving. Good morning to my fire signs, my earth signs, my air signs. Yes. Good morning to my water. Good morning to the water that is there. Good morning. Good morning. So, this morning, this read is very general, and we're going to pick up on whatever is being put down. Okay, so I'm welcoming the energy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There's a Capricorn somewhere that is unaware that they're a Capricorn at the moment. They're supposed to be grounded, but for some reason they are daydreaming. It's okay to have your let sometimes you let your imagination to wander, but remember you have things down here on earth to tether. Make sure that you're grounded in everything that you should be doing, and don't let anybody come in and distract you with those fancy dreams. Yes, you do deserve the fancy dream, but be realistic so that you don't disappoint yourself. And sometimes people are definitely trying to trick you out of your spot. And it's only you that can control that outcome. People will trick you out of your spot, especially if you can be tricked. Some people know that you always seek better, so they'll wave something that appears better in your face. Not. And you not realizing that you already had the best thing cooking. It just wasn't processed yet. Sometimes you have to allow process, and that looks like taking a pause and really appreciating what you had before you vow to let it go and think you're getting a step up when actually you've probably taken 5 steps down. So you got to be careful. Remember that dog in the bone theory. When he had the bone in his mouth, he already had the bone in his mouth, but the bone didn't look like the bone in the reflection because it was a reflection. It was an illusion. It was rippling and it looked so juicy, but it actually was a reflection of the bone he already had. And he tricked his own self out of the spot because he kept watching his reflection. And it was only an illusion due to the ripples in the lake. Pay attention to those ripples. Those ripples can be family, friends, a job. It could be anything that takes you off focus of what you really have going on. And that ripple can definitely take your satisfaction into insatisfaction. So were you satisfied to begin with? That's a question for you to ask yourself. Were you satisfied to begin with? Was that really your goal? Because a lot of times we do things and we get these results. And honestly, that really wasn't what we went for. We just took something because it appeared to be a good choice. It appeared to be a good offer, but it wasn't what you came for. So if it wasn't what you came for, what did you do in there? What were you listening to? Did you get off focus? I'm here to ask you the questions you never ask yourself, you know? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that was basically going into the earth signs, the Capricorns, the Taurus, and the Virgo. So we've got this 9 of Cups here, and I don't know who this is for, but the arms across, which is a defensive body language. And this is a hold off, a standoff of sorts. You see this sly smirk. So somebody's trying to hold back somebody's money, or somebody is definitely trying to sabotage an offer. Sometimes a person will see that somebody is going to get a big offer and the offer wasn't for them. So even though it wasn't for them, they still don't want the other person to have the offer. So this person looks like a dock worker. It looks like somebody who probably has a Jezebel spirit, or they probably like to steal or lie a lot. and they like chaos. It doesn't really even matter if it has anything to do with them or not. They see an opportunity to cause chaos, so they do it. And, sometimes it's a homewrecker. Sometimes it's a person who just wants your CP and they're about to rob you blind, or they're going to put some stuff in your name. Sometimes it's your grandma. Somebody's grandmother is scandalous as hell. She's a karmic, okay? She lies. She is a generational curse in herself. Somebody has an elder in their family that is a generational curse. And they look like this. They don't want the next generation to get past what they got, because to let the next generation succeed would make them feel like a failure. Confirmation. Alex is laughing. Somebody's grandma or grandpa is a clown. Sorry to say, but not so sorry. Somebody's grandma or grandpa is a clown. They have no idea or have not paid attention to how they've destroyed generations through their examples. Maybe grandpa gets drunk, or grandma gossips a lot and she doesn't keep a lot of friends. All she knows how to do is create chaos, or all grandpa knows how to do is teach you how to abuse women, or he teaches you how to lie a lot. He never gives you good advice that turns out good. But have you looked at these grandpas and grandpas lately? So yeah, pay attention to these characters. They see that all that they have some type of influence on you. So they'll never hesitate to give you bad advice. They'll never hesitate to say something off-putting so that you feel like maybe you should second guess yourself. Um, they'll flirt with your significant other in front of you just to put that little uncomfortableness in front of you. I mean, into you. Like, pay attention to this character. They see you about to approach something good, something that they haven't had access to, or something that they did have access to, but they fumbled the bag. So they want to see you fumble the bag, because how dare someone else get to the bag before I did? Or how dare my grandchild make it to be more than me? Or how dare my child make it to be more than me? So let's pay attention to this character. This is Piscean energy. So there's a Piscean man or woman who is a bit messy, and they're the monkey wrench in the family. They go about sabotaging everyone, because how dare anyone have a better reputation than them? How dare anyone have a better house, a better husband, a better spouse, a better wife? How dare you have peace in your home when I can't find mine? I can't enjoy looks out the window because I'm worried about someone else having a good time. So stay away from this family member. They're messy. Sometimes they have a good life. They're not satisfied with it because they can't be messy. Stay away from the messy family member who does not want anybody else to be able to enjoy or embrace life, because they can't. It's weird. Yeah. So yeah, that was Piscean energy, 9 of Cups. Definitely Jupiter. That's the planet that's Jupiter. So we are definitely still retrograding out. So pay attention, pay attention. We're rounding up the year of the snake. Yes, we are. Let's see. What do you got there? 2. I'll do it myself because you weren't patient. There you go. All right. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi. What spacecraft are you talking about? That weird space mission that Donald Trump is proposing, SpaceX. Whatever you just type, you look like the type that it looks like the type that you'd be like into that SpaceX stuff. I don't know, whatever. But good morning. If you're going to get on here, at least type something intelligent. I mean, I haven't given you the impression that I plan on being on here spewing different unintelligible things. I don't give people that impression. So at least come prepared with an adult type of conversation. You understand? There are no kids. I put my settings where there are no kids. So if you're an adult that have a tendency to do childish things, I am inviting you to leave, because I don't, even my small child doesn't deal with those types of frivolous things. His interaction is straight up. So I'd like to continue. All right. So yeah. So we've already discussed this Piscean energy with the Nine of Cups. This is a messy water sign that likes to use even subtle influence to destroy foundations and programs, um, even institutions. This individual is very messy, just very messy, very covetous, and definitely you would have found plenty of characters like that in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. I remember I was looking at a segment yesterday where the guy was saying that all the men and the young men surrounded the house, and they were demanding to have access to the angels that were in there. But I'll let you go off into that one by yourself. But yeah, it's wild how corrupt people have energy to be corrupt, but they have no energy to hold peace. That's just like all these people stealing all these packages. Like, what's going on? It's like this uptick is spooky in a way. It's spooky in a way, and it's like it's unsettling. It's very unsettling. Like what's next? If this is what this is, what's next? All right, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So there is a lot of abundance on there's abundance, there's opportunities for networking and schmoozing, and there's an opportunity, there's a business opportunity, and it could be really big. This is Pentacles. These Pentacles look like this can be a really big opportunity. And you have to, like I said, there are people that are politicians and they've never been into politics. There's someone that's moving as like a greasy politician within either an institution, a family, or a friend group, or something like that. Is someone who is moving very, very strategically. They're moving very strategically. They're planting a seed here, a seed there, a seed here. It's almost like we're definitely in a soap opera, really a live soap opera. It's somebody who has a penchant for drama. Like, if anyone knows about soap operas, it's like there is a real life Sheila running around here. Just, they get off on putting things off, and the goal is to either destroy someone's pinnacles or take it from them. It's something definitely going on. High Priestess. Okay, so somebody is very aware that this person is a mess. This person is messy. This person is a walking destruction. They will destroy anything and they're happy. They're happy. This person is willing to destroy themselves in order to destroy, but they hide that fact. They hide the fact that they're willing to go that far. They actually start to play victim if they start to get in the line of fire. And this high priestess knows. This high priestess is well aware, and just watching everything play out. So we had moon energy. We also had, I want to say that's Scorpio. I'm not sure. Because it could be not Capricorn, because Capricorn looks like an N. It could be Scorpio. I want to say Scorpio. Because Scorpio and Virgo look the same sometimes. But definitely, and it's Mercury energy. So we're definitely in Mercury retrograde with money. Somebody's money is being held up. Somebody can't sleep because of this too. And this is Gemini energy. So there's a couple that's messy. I don't know which one is messy, but somebody's more invested than the other. And it looks like a lot of sleepless nights, tension, headaches, and anxiety due to this type of messy behavior. Even if it's the person who wants to cause the chaos, they can't sleep at night due to the fact that they have to destroy something. And this is actually going to ultimately destroy them. They're rotting from the inside out due to this, and they're actually oblivious to the fact that they're actually affecting their own health due to being this toxic and daggone messy. Ooh. Queen of Swords. All right, so we've got Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini energy, air and earth. No, this is water and earth. And this is the Queen of Swords. So somebody is definitely about to cut it out, cut something off. This is cold detachment and planning. She has to decide what to do, because something has to be cut off at the pass. Something has to be blocked. Something has to be blocked. This person is losing a lot of sleep, but this Queen of Swords right here knows that something has to be blocked. The sword is ready and her sights are on something. She's tunnel vision and she's got to go through. All right, so definitely, okay. I need to see what this is. Six of Cups, Six of Cups, Six of Cups, Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, so then we do the Ten of Pentacles. I haven't been in there in a while because I wouldn't know where to go. Pentacles, Pentacles. And I got to go to the bathroom. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So that wasn't Scorpio. That was Virgo. I say Scorpio and Virgo looks the same. I got to remember the ends of these M's. Okay, so definitely that Mercury was the Virgo. Finding wealth and enjoying family life. Okay, so like I said, someone's trying to find wealth, but they're not trying to enjoy family life. They're trying to basically be selfish and they're trying to knock something off. All right, I'm back. And based on that, somebody's full of shit. All right, so then we've got a Six of Cups. Okay, so all right, now this whole story is playing out. All right, so there is somebody who's a messy character who basically is trying to throw off the balance because There's an offer on the table, and here's the Six of Cups that's showing there's an offer on the table. So there is somebody who's messy who is trying to make sure that someone does not get an offer or an opportunity. They are willing to destroy any and everything in order for this opportunity not to happen. They are losing sleep trying to do this. And they're doing it by any means necessary. And that is Scorpio energy at the end, which is the passion, which is the love offer. This is the love offer that I've been talking about. Whoever this person is that is waiting for this love offer, they have all these in their chart. They have Scorpio, Gemini, Piscean, Virgo. They have all these in their chart. They also... they're very earthy. It's not a lot of water out here. There are 2 earth signs out here. And the high priestess is the moon, which is very intuitive, the energy of 2. So we have 9296. 9296. I don't know who plays the lottery, but we've got 9296. I don't know what that means to anyone. That's September the 26th. September the 2nd through the 26th. September the 8th. September the 17th. This is what I got. 9296. Or you could do 18-8. 26. Which breaks down into an 8. That's karma. Yeah, karma. Okay, so we've got 9, 9, 2, and 6. That breaks down to a 26. So that's karma if you make it into the 8. We left out the 10 of Pentacles, which could have made that a 36, which makes that a 9. And a 9 upside down is a 6. And then it's the 9, but it's divine 9. This is the year of the 9, and the 9 is divine 9. That's the sororities, that's institutions, that's fraternities. The divine 9 is sororities and fraternities, and the only reason why there is 9 was because the 9th one, it's the boule. It's almost as though it's like the electoral college. All right, so sorry, I'm just, sometimes when I'm looking off like that, it's like my Jarvis. It's like I'm seeing information and I'm trying to catalog it when I'm looking off like that. So, like I said, there's a villain. There's a real archetype. There's a real villain type out here. And I want to say this person functions almost like the Joker, except with a lot less violence, because we'd already know who this person is. They'd be on the news already. But this person functions in their life like the Joker. They're a very hurt person, so hurting people is a sport at this point. You'd be surprised at how many people function like this. They hurt people as a sport because they've been hurt and they don't see any. They've licensed themselves, the judge and the jury. So, yeah. If you come across people like this, expose them and do what needs to be done with them. We don't need these type of people around, and we don't need them loose, because they will cause damage to people who won't cause damage to them. They don't do that to everybody. They only pick people who will not out them. They only pick people, like they usually pick people that are close to them, or they pick people who they can trick into being their friend, so that a lot of things go unnoticed and people try to rationalize what they do. But honestly, yeah, try your best to look out for certain things like that. They try to keep it subtle, but you'll be able to pay attention, because why are you being weird to me? Honestly. All right, so that was definitely the worst villain in the world. That was definitely Piscean energy as well. Okay, so somebody's having a tower moment, experiencing a tower moment, or about to go through a tower moment. The tower moment looks like off kilter, thrown off kilter, falling from the thoughts that you thought you knew, discovering that life is not as such, um, divulging secrets, learning that you've been betrayed, learning that you've been betraying yourself through what you decide to do with the information. Yep, somebody's going through a definite tower moment. Good morning. They're definitely going through a tower moment. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody is being very watchful of their resources right now as these things are go on. Remember to get out in nature, ground yourself. There's a lot going on. Take care of your pets, your children, and things of that nature. Whatever you're like, even your plants, take care of those. Make sure that you're doing a cleanse and pay attention, because there are some different type females out here nowadays. Yeah, males can be dangerous, but a woman scorned is worse. So let's pay attention. All right. So yeah, they are the new criminals. I'm trying to tell you, they don't care. Like a person that would get that close to death just to have a bigger butt so that other people can look at it. Some borderline about that. All right. Okay. And then we've got the Two of Swords. So there's blind faith out here. Somebody has to have blind faith. All right, so we've got a feminine energy causing tower moments, and I don't think it's the best energy. Queen of Pentacles, that's air and fire. There also Libran energy, Two of Swords. So somebody's trying to balance it out with blind faith. They're trying to hold on with the blind faith that they have. I wanted you to see the Libra energy at the side. Yeah, blind faith. But this blind faith is also prepared to go through, and it's a head over heart decision that has to be made once all the discoveries come out. Up, then we've got the Hangman, stagnation and observation. So somebody's got to hold what they got. It's called sticking a pin in it. Somebody's got to stick a pin in it until they figure out what's on the other side. That's the energy of 12. That is the Triton. Is that's Neptune. This is Neptune energy, the Triton. Neptune. We've got a mermaid. We've got a water energy here. And that's the energy of 3. So far, we've got 16 and 3, which is 28, which is a 10. So this is a whole entire cycle that has to be completed. All right. And then we've got strength. We've got some resilience. So somebody is fighting. Somebody is fighting this outcome. They're trying to come out on the right side of things. Somebody is definitely holding their own while this tower moment is happening. They're paying attention to what's going on, and they're processing. Hear this winch go again. I'm so sorry. Anyway, here she goes again. She's coming out again. Now, with this Jupiter Piscean energy, which with her coming out again in this reading. All right, so this is the tower moment, and this is the person that we've got to get through. We've got to get through this person, because this person is, they're Nars, and A-R-S-E, they're Nars. And they want to sabotage everything because they are having a tantrum, and they're having a tantrum because they don't want anyone to get their way unless they get their way. They do not care. They do not care who they hurt. They want their way. So yeah, pay attention. We got some very weird ones, and it's definitely a feminine energy, and it's Piscean energy. So we've got feminine. We've got the Libra trying to come out with the justice and Leo energy. We've got Neptune energy out here. We've got Piscean and Jupiter. Yeah, it's a lot going on, and everybody needs to pay attention because there is one culprit running around setting small fires in everybody's household with hopes that they keep all this chaos going long enough so that they can run away with these cups. If they can keep enough chaos going, they can get away. I don't want to say the M word, with the red rum. They can get away with red rum if they keep enough chaos going. And they're setting fires aplenty. They're going to this one's house. They're going to that one. Have you ever paid attention to the person who the one person who always gets everything in the end? They know everybody's business. They're the person that everybody calls, but they're the only one that gets a good outcome. And they're the only one trying to control the whole social climate. Yep, it's this wench. And it's crazy because when they dress up and they put on all their fancy clothes and they do the small voice, everybody is thrown off because, oh, that person can't be that harmful. Yes, that person is harmful. That person will go as far as telling someone that somebody else is Lilith in order to gain control. Yes, they will use your ignorance and your so-called knowledge against you, and you will be the one looking stupid. Yes. So yes, this is the character. Oh boy, you better watch yourself. This is the Grinch, the real Grinch. But you elected it the mayor of the city. While the one that looks like the Grinch might gotta come through and save you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is funny because this is true. This is real life. This is real life right here. And it's playing out. It's definitely playing out. There are some bad characters out here. And basically, this one troll is using everyone on the board as a pawn. And no one on the board understands that once they finished, they'll be discarded for another group of idiots. Oh boy, the cronies, the crash dummies will be crashing this year. I didn't expect people to sit during this live because a lot of times it's the crash dummies who come to see who's going to crash next. Might even be you. It's crazy because I don't do anything. I don't manipulate anything. I don't even talk to anyone because you guys trust this character so much that you're willing to let this person lead you straight to hell. And that's exactly where you're going. Don't say I didn't warn you. I just moved out of the way. Don't call me. Call that person. Happy Wednesday. It's foolish, really. If you've been doing the same thing and getting the same results, this person, they gain every time you lose. Happy Wednesday.